that is Ben Harper. He also played HangOut Fest, an alumnus. He played the inaugural year of HangOut Fest 4 years ago. And again, another set. And he kept saying every song, I can't believe this. I'm standing on a beach playing to fans as the surf rolls in. Every song. They love it here. Got a special guest in the studio, very special guest, by the way, somebody who's helped this along with the organizers in an amazing way, and what a fine job they've done. A absolutely fabulous job. Welcome, Mayor Kraft.
Good afternoon. It's an afternoon yet? It is. Good afternoon.
Oh, darn. It's afternoon already. So are you enjoying so far your festival?
I am. It's been a good crowd. It's been a good time. The weather's cooperated, and everything's good.
Well, so far, what has been your highlights as far as your favorite?
Well, my daughter's here visiting, and she's a music aficionado, and she took me to Slightly Stupid, which was outside of my normal range of music, and I really enjoyed it. My wife went with me, and we enjoyed the crowd, and it was different. It was different. That's
what I was explaining. It's like, I mean, this is the mayor, and he's got his ears open to new bands that he's never heard of, and it's just, you never know what kind of sound you'll run across. Thank you for having an open mind.
Well, it was fun. It was fun, and the whole the crowd this year and the talent this year is at a broader range than we've had in the past. And Tom Petty last night, the reason I'm about to lose my voice, had songs I could actually sing along with because I knew that music and grew up with it. And the other stuff that I've enjoyed, like The Roots, a couple of things that she's taken me to, and my son has insisted that I go, that I would not have heard before, unless it's played on your station that I listen to. I will hear some of that. Delta Ray, I enjoyed, but it was a unique environment for me.
Delta Ray was amazing. They always are every time I've seen them. Tim Camp in the studio, and you want to?
Yeah, Robert, here we are, I guess, including the pre-festival. We're half days into this, and so with a lot to go for the rest of today, and wrapping up with Stevie Wonder tonight, but it's already that time when you start thinking about next year and where we go from here.
Well, you're right, Tim. It's almost time. We've got to Wednesday to get ready for company coming to next weekend. Memorial full. We're already doesn't end until Wednesday. We do a walkthrough with Shaul on Wednesday afternoon. Sure, all this has got to be gone so that we're ready for Memorial Weekend. It's a huge issue. But yeah, we're excited about this. The festival's been a success. This is extraordinary economic impact to the community and to the state. And I think everybody recognizes that, yeah, there are some inconveniences to the local people with closing the beaches and some of the traffic issues. But at the end of the day, our ability as a city to provide the services that our community needs is upon money. And we can create that money on weekends like this, and it's a good trade-off.
Indeed. And, it's just one weekend, and there's the public beaches down there. So, I mean, if somebody's going to be that...
It has calmed down a little bit. I think everyone has started to appreciate that this is beneficial to the community in the run, and we have a lot less pushback.
Well, there's the economic impact. As you and I before, beyond the economic impact just for this weekend is the thousands and thousands of people who have never been to a beach in the state of Alabama. A lot of them come from up north to come to this festival, and they're like, we've heard it all, haven't we, Mayor? Yeah, I didn't even know Alabama had a beach, a music festival in Alabama. Are you kidding me? And then when they come down here and they see the beautiful beaches here in Gulf Shores, they're blown away. And then they come back.
Yeah. I was talking to some of the MTV people this morning, got a media world tour.
Jealous.
Which is pretty impressive. And the guy looked at me and said, Alabama, who knew? And that's my favorite new phrase. Who knew Alabama could do this?
That would be a great marketing campaign for the TV.
Who knew?
Who knew?
It's a great comment.
Apparently they don't pay much attention to the national news, and when the whole oil spill thing, it's like Alabama, and
I don't think he was mentioning so much the beach, but that we could or would put on a festival like this.
Yeah, that's okay. You got
especially musically, a festival with this much diversity.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, it is. I explained to him, we see it as a unique opportunity. You talked a little bit about the impressions that we're making across the world with MTV and the live streaming of this event. You thought about Alabama in the past, you can forget with it in Alabama. And when you come and visit and experience it, it's hard to understand it. So a visual glimpse of who we've become and what we are as a state, very diversified and very accepting.
Well, as Tim points out a lot, that down here in like Mobile and at the beach, it's kind of, even though it's in the state of Alabama, it's not really, we're more, I don't know, diversified, more like New Orleans than Alabama, the state. I mean, the people love the New Orleans music, and we have, kind of the attitude of New Orleanians, so we're more New Orleans than we are Birmingham.
We're New Orleans style with Florida beaches.
Yep,
Exactly.
very
That's a perfect
really,
description.
That's really a unique
That's
environment.
a perfect
Because New Orleans
description.
have the beaches, and this part of Florida doesn't have that style or
Mhm.
that character. So we blend those two together pretty nicely. And I
That's
think
a good way to put that too.
I think that's one of the reasons why we have such a large Louisiana, very loyal Louisiana contingent that visit here and own property here.
Yeah, I see the cars all the time.
Yeah.
There's another marketing campaign.
Yeah.
It's like New Orleans style with beaches, Florida beaches.
Yeah.
We're thinking.
Good stuff. Good
Is
stuff.
there anything that you think the city has learned here, even in year 4, going forward, that hey, we can do better?
Specifically, I think we've got this pretty well down to a science, and we're very comfortable with what we're doing. But what we have learned through this whole last 4 years, that we've dealt with hurricanes forever. The oil spill was a different situation because it was unknown. We had no idea on how long it was going to last, how bad it was going to be. It was much worse than we thought. But I think we as a community learned that if we can do that, we can do anything. And this is another example of we're not afraid to try to do stuff, to do good stuff. And if we can do that, we can do anything. And that's kind of the motto that I believe this community has embraced, and we've done it together. Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, the whole coastal area, Mobile and Baldwin County. And in working together like that, we've learned a great lesson about a team approach and that we can do anything.
You know, one of the neat things about the HangOut Festival is that we've talked about it has a year-round impact on this community from the standpoint of people who discover Gulf Shores, Alabama, and they want to come back on vacation, to even other events that go on here in Gulf Shores. We work very closely, as you well know, with the Shrimp Festival and other events that go on down here in Gulf Shores, and they're learning from the HangOut Festival and saying we can do better on those events because they get ideas from watching this event.
And opportunities, and we continue to see more and more of those pop up with the SEC endorsement that we've been doing with the.
That's an amazing
It's a
thing
big deal,
as
and
well.
then having the sand volleyball championship here that Pepperdine won last year, and Long Beach State won this year, and USC participated. So we got the California schools coming to Alabama to play volleyball on our beach.
And they are voting. They put it out for a vote. Where do you want to have the championships? And it was unanimous. We want to go to Gulf Shores again.
Yeah. So those opportunities are broadened because of we've been able to do and had the courage to try and do some of these new things.
It has been an amazing growth period here, and you're just rolling along with it and doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mayor,
appreciate
you're not only a good friend, you're doing a good job,
Thank you, Tim.
and not most importantly, you're a 92 Zoo listener.
I am a
Oh,
92
we love that.
That's
Isn't that
my daughter
amazing?
has trained me well.
You
Thank
got
you.
awesome kids. I love your kids.
Thank you.
That's Mayor Kraft, who has put so much work and effort into this big festival of HangOut Festival. It's a big team that does all this work together, and we're all very appreciative, and we're bringing the ideas right along. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you.